Hi guys, it's Miss S, and today we're going to start our first sketchbook assignment, and we're going to be working on contour line drawing. So today you need your sketchbook, you need your black pen, and then if you don't have your black pen, then you can use a regular pen, but you really want it to be felt tip. And the fact that, do you see really close that it looks like a little tiny marker at the top? Okay, and then you need a shoe. You will also need some kind of scrap piece of paper, something you don't want. It doesn't matter, something that you think that you can throw away, but we're gonna punch a hole in it to help us with our blind contour drawings. And then it really works best if you have a styrofoam plate that you can punch a hole in, or a regular plate, but a scrap piece of paper will work. That's all I have, so that's what I'm gonna use. All right. Okay, so I'm all set up. I've got my sketchbook and my shoe off to the side. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna take that scrap piece of paper and you're gonna take your pen and poke a little hole in there. Well, let's see, maybe I need a pencil to do that. I'll use a regular pen, and I'm gonna poke a hole in that paper. Okay, so now I can use this and poke this through. And then as I draw, I'm going to keep my pen underneath here so I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so the whole time you're drawing, I'm not going to be able to see the drawing. But what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to try and lift this up a little bit as I'm drawing so you guys can see what I'm doing. But remember, I'm keeping an eye on this shoe. Now this is really important, that when you're drawing, you want to think about your eye moving over the surface as slowly as possible. You're going to draw the interior edges, okay? And you're also going to draw the exterior edges. Think about getting in all those little grooves. Think about how you can create this texture and the seam and the shoelaces. All of these important things. I've got crossed, I know my shoe is dark, so it's hard to see, but I've got all these little areas in here that I can take my pen and just go back and forth on the drawing. I want to remind you not to lift your pen up, so this is a continuous drawing. So the first thing you're going to do is turn to a new page in your sketchbook. You've got all these beautiful drawings. We do not have to make a frame for this. And you're going to write on here.
That's the end of the second period. Students, please move to period 3. Period 3 will begin at 8:51. Third period will begin at 8:51. Thank you.
Contour line drawing. Okay. And then we're going to put number 1. And we're going to write this as a blind. And then the subject. All right, so I had to change environments. We're back to doing this blind contour drawing, number 1. And I have my shoe set up. I'm gonna make this so that you can see it as best that you can. And then you've got your piece of paper with the hole in it, so that you are not able to see your drawing. You should not look at your drawing as you're doing your subject. Okay, so I have this piece of paper over my drawing, so I cannot see it. I'm actually not looking at that drawing. And as a reminder, you're going to go follow along. Your eyes are going to follow along both the interior and exterior places of the shoe, okay? You're going to go back in, follow the lines. You could even do highlights and shadows this way, but you're going to draw really slowly and try and get as many details as you can. Okay, so I'm going to begin. You can start by looking just one spot so you know where you're drawing. Let's see, I'm going to change my angle of my paper just a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see it okay. And now the other thing I want to show you is that because this is long, okay, this is horizontal, my shoe is horizontal, I'm going to make my paper horizontal too. So I'm going to draw so that this is the bottom of my paper and this is the top. Okay, All right, so here I go. I'm going to move very, very slowly. Remember, you can trace over lines, so you're not lifting your pencil. Your hand and your eye are coordinated. So as your eye is running over the paper, over your object, I'm running out of paper right here. I can just feel it. So I'm just going to continue on. But as your eye is running over the object, so now I'm doing the line that separates the sole of the shoe from the actual portion of the shoe. You can trace back over if you come to an edge and you're like, well, I already drew that edge. It's fine, just trace back over it. Trace back over an area. It'll make your drawing actually look a little more interesting to do it that way. So I'm at the point where I'm going to do some shoelaces. So there's going to be a lot of crisscrossing. And I'm going to pretend like I'm tracing over. I know the lines won't go over each other perfectly. See if I can lift that up for you a little bit. I have to warn you that your first drawing for this contour line, this blind contour line drawing, will not be as good as your future ones. So you take about 5 minutes to do this drawing. You're not shading. You're not going really fast. Okay, if you think you're getting to a point where you're at the edge of an object, you just got to keep going. Find where you can trace over, find where you can keep going. And do the edge of that shoelace. I have not looked at my paper one time. And trust me, when you guys show me your drawings, when you take pictures of them, I'll know if you're looking. I can tell. So no looking at your paper. It's okay if it doesn't look good. This is practice. It's like doing burpees. Well, burpees aren't going to make you, you're not competing how to do a burpee. If you're in football and you're doing a burpee, you're not competing burpees on the field, but burpees are going to eventually help you to become a better athlete. Just like these blind contour drawings, they're going to eventually help you to be a better artist because you're working on your hand-eye coordination. It's a drill. Oops, I just fell off the page. I'm going to do the tongue of the shoe and then come back and do where my foot goes in the opening. And then the sole. Alright, and I'm finished. There's my blind contour drawing, my first one of my shoe.